What is up, everyone? As with any good cooking adventure, you have to start out with having all of your ingredients and supplies ready. So I've got 2 cups of chocolate chips, 4 tablespoons of infused butter, a pot with some water in it that I'm going to now turn on to a medium heat. It may vary. You want to get your water to a rolling simmer, not a boil. Okay, I'm going to come back and have everything set up on the stove for you. As you can see, we have some steam rising and some little bubbles going. It's about time to start putting your chocolate on. I have a medium to large bowl, enough to fit all your chocolate and your butter in, obviously. So you want to make sure your bowl is bigger than your pot. Again, I feel like that would be obvious. And this is what is called the double boiling method. You just don't want to burn your chocolate. That's the biggest problem when trying this for the first time, is too high of a heat. You can see the steam coming up, the chocolate's starting to melt a little bit. It's time to start to stir. Once again, when you start to see the chocolate melt, got to start to stir it. Keeping an eye on your water. Turn that down a little bit. You want to get it down to a nice creamy consistency. Let some of that steam out, let it cool off a little in there a little. Hopefully you can see that in the bowl. I sadly don't have an assistant. No Vanna White here. That's a boomer term. If you know who Vanna White is, shout out to Vanna White bands. Alright, let it cool down a little bit. The steam escape. Turn it down a little bit, maybe. There you go, nice and smooth, creamy chocolate. Now, the recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of butter. That's around 56 grams weight-wise. So I'm just gonna scoop all that in there. Once again, just let it melt. You see me taking the bowl off. Maybe it's getting a little too warm. You can smell the butter. Okay, I'm gonna add my second cup of chips now. Bing, bang. Stick a finger in it. Don't worry, I wash my hands for all you weirdos out there. Now we're playing. Just want to keep it moving. Don't want to let it burn. And with 2 cups of chocolate, it's a decent amount there. So you want to make sure you're moving that stuff that's on the bottom, you know? Of course you know. Almost ready. I can still see a couple more chunks here. Ready. Turn this heat down. Okay, so My chocolate is completely melted. Leave the water going just in case. And this is the fun part. I was really nervous the first time I poured the chocolate. It says to use droppers. This is how I do it. Because honestly, those droppers are just way too difficult. If you had maybe a silicone bag or maybe like a silicone pour, I'm not really sure about the technical terms there. All right, don't touch the bottom of the bowl like a psychopath. And then we're gonna pour, move. Ooh, a little much there. Consistent pouring. Ooh. All right, and there you go. The mold should be filled. You can always use your scraper to scrape over the top. All that excess is going to flake off anyway. Do yourself a favor, get some nice molds. They're not expensive. Get them off Amazon. These fun little molds were, I believe, $12 on Amazon. And this first little mold's here a little light, so I'm going to give him a little love. A little edible cat love. And there you are. Once you are done pouring your chocolates and are ready to put them into your refrigerator, I'm using a cutting board only because these particular silicone molds are very flimsy, so I have to be gentle. I don't want to spill hot infused chocolate all over the place. So put them in the fridge, let them cool, and I will be back after they set. Okay everybody, here's my finished product. We've got our bats here and our pumpkins here. And just a quick thing, now that they're all cold, I'm gonna crack the molds by just pulling on the sides to help everything loosen up. All that crunchy chocolate that was spilled over the side that maybe people were worried about is gonna break off. Crack, crack. And let me pop one out here for you. Let's get this pumpkin out. It's a little tough, but not too bad. And boom. Now that is one spooky edible. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna show you a couple stills after this, maybe, if I feel like it. And we're just gonna get these together. Yes, cross-contamination, barrier protection is in place because I am sharing these. Be smart, do your part. And have a good afternoon. This is Edible Cat saying me out.